Hey y'all! So I'm gonna be doing a story time, a travel story time today. So just a little bit about my travel background. I've always liked traveling. Like my mom worked for a major, or she still does, works for a major airline carrier. So my whole life as a kid, like we had free flight benefits, which allowed us to like travel all over the country and like do really cool things. But recently I've been really having the travel itch, like maybe the past, I'm 23 now, so maybe the past 3 years, from 20 to 23, I've really had that itch. So I've had the chance to go to a ton of cities in the US, and then this year, 2018, I've been to 4 countries already, but I'll have gone to 5 countries by the end of the year. And then 2019, my goal would be to go to 10 countries. And then 2020, I want to go to 20 countries. So, I mean, obviously, that's 20 countries is like a ton of traveling. And so by 2020, I hope to be able to kind of have a career and lifestyle that can allow me to travel so much. I mean, even 10 countries next year will be difficult, but I'm going to make it a goal and try and strive for it. So this year I've been to London, England, Paris, France, Barcelona, Spain, Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, and I'll be going to Vancouver, Canada next month. So that's like my international spiel. So I feel like I have a ton of like traveling super fun, right? Like, I mean, everyone has like drama all the time when you travel, right? You have drama, and then you have like exciting memories that you make and like friends you make. And so I just want to like record like some of my travel stories. Of course, in addition to international, like I mentioned before, I've been to a ton of US states. Like Miami was like amazing. Miami, I feel like could be like 1,000 stories. I've been to New York a couple times, which is what this video is about. DC, Atlanta. Of course, I live in Vegas, so Vegas could be another like 1,000 story times. LA, Seattle, Dallas. Those are just some of the places I've been within the past couple years. So today I want to talk about New York. New York was so, like, I love New York. Like, another goal I have in addition to my traveling is to move to New York, which I'm sure a ton of people have that goal, but I want to be able to move to New York by, so it's August 2018. By August 2019, I want to be living in New York. Because I just love the grind, the hustle, like the energy in New York. I love that anyone can do anything, and you can wake up one morning doing this and literally go to bed and do something completely different. You can meet anyone. You can, like I said, you can do anything. Fashion, business, acting, modeling, like any type of entrepreneurship stuff. Like, New York is the mecca. Like, it's honestly, to me, New York is the greatest city in the world. Don't quote me. When I went to London, this guy was like not having that. He's like, London is the best city in the world. Blah, blah, blah. So to get into the story, this trip in particular, so I had been to New York one other time. I went to New York for my 21st birthday, which is a whole nother story. But this time, me and my cousin Brooke were just kind of like, yeah, we want to take a trip. Like, we want to do something. Like, why not? Let's do something. So we decided that we wanted to go back to New York, and we wanted to go to a basketball game. We felt like that would be like fun. You know, you get to New York, we can like kind of party it up in New York. We had already done like all the touristy stuff, but still, like I said, the energy in New York, like literally anything can happen. So we're like, let's go to New York. And so we wanted to go to a fun game. We went to a Brooklyn Nets game. And so, or we wanted to go to a Brooklyn Nets game. And so we didn't want to just see them play anyone, because the Brooklyn Nets, like, they're not the best team ever, right? Like, they're not in the playoffs all the time, and they're not like champions. So we seen that one weekend they were playing against LeBron's team, the Cleveland Cavaliers. And we're like, oh, bet. So we're going to go to New York. We're going to see LeBron. We're going to see Kyrie. And we're going to see the Nets. Like, I didn't know any of the players on the Nets. Like, we were really just going to see LeBron, but we wanted to go to New York, if that makes sense. So we booked our flights, booked our hotel, everything. I think maybe like we left on a Thursday and we were going to come back like Monday, and the game was like on a Saturday. And so get to New York, like there were no problems getting to New York. I believe at the time I was still in college in Virginia. So I flew from Virginia to, I think, DC, and then DC to LaGuardia Airport. And my cousin flew from Las Vegas. So we met in New York, met at the hotel. We're chit-chatting, like having a great time. And so I heard somewhere, and I mean, this is actually true, like I've definitely seen this happen, but I've heard that if you're going to an event, like a sporting event or a concert or something, you should, in order to like get the best deal, you should wait until the event actually starts and then try and purchase a ticket. So like if the game started at 7, like we'll Uber there, and as soon as we get there, like maybe 7:15, 7:20, purchase our ticket, and we'll be able to, you know, get a good deal. So we're in New York to go to this Brooklyn Nets game, but we don't actually have tickets for it. So I wasn't really worried about it though, because it didn't look like it was gonna sell out. And I just really wanted to get the best deal possible. I was still a college student, so I didn't have a ton of money, and I really didn't want to be in a nosebleed seat either. Like, I came all the way to New York. I want a good seat. So that was my way to attempt to get a good deal. So we hop in the Uber. We're driving. We actually stayed in Manhattan. I wish we stayed in Brooklyn, because we were literally in Brooklyn this whole trip. Like, we went to the Nets game. We partied in Brooklyn. We literally did so much in Brooklyn, and we were staying in Manhattan. So it made it like a little bit of a hassle. We definitely could have taken the subway, because there was literally a subway station like right by the Brooklyn Nets stadium. But at this time, like me and my cousin weren't that comfortable with subway life, and we were like trying to be cute, like had heels or whatever. So we just called an Uber. But now after traveling to like Paris and using the Paris subway when things were like in French and like I couldn't understand it and still making it to my destination, totally comfortable with subway life. And we should have taken the subway, but we took an Uber. So there was a ton of traffic, like a ton of traffic. And so like we're like, oh, this sucks. Like we want to get there at a good time. Like we want to be walking in like right at 7:30 getting seated, but like the traffic was terrible. So I'm on my phone. I had been monitoring like the game tickets, and like they were like seats that I would want were like $250 each. I seen somewhere maybe like $175 each, and I'm like, okay, like that's still not like what I want to pay. I don't know what I thought was gonna be a good deal at the time. I think maybe $150 was like my budget, like $150 per person. I would have been happy paying. And of course, I was annoyed because the Brooklyn Nets, like I think they were playing another team on Sunday or like Monday, and the ticket prices were like $40. But just because LeBron was playing, right, the ticket prices were skyrocketing, which is so annoying, right? So we pull up to the stadium, and we still don't have tickets. And I'm on my phone, like, you know, trying to, like, figure out, like, what ticket deals. And it's like, honestly, the prices aren't really dropping. Like, this is not working. Whoever I heard this from, it's just literally not working. So I'm like, dang, like really upset. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, we need to get in here. These tickets aren't dropping. So finally we seen a couple tickets for $111 each, and they weren't the best seats ever. Like they were kind of like behind the scoreboard, or the, you guys know what I mean, behind the thing that they shoot the baskets in, the hoop, behind the hoop. And it wasn't directly behind the hoop, but it was kind of like in that section, and it was kind of up a little bit. So it wouldn't have been like that great of a seat, but we're like, okay, we're here, we need to purchase these. So I go to purchase the seats, and I keep getting an error. And it's like, error. And I'm like, great, like, come on. And so finally, the page says these tickets have been sold. So I don't know if the buyer just took them off or someone was trying to do the same thing as us and they got sold immediately. So I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. There's some more tickets online, but they're like $180, and I'm like, I really don't want to pay that. Like, I was expecting to pay like $150 or below. And like I said, at this time I'm a college student, so I mean, every dollar counts. I think even the $150 was like a stretch for me, you know? So then this guy comes up to us. He sees, so we get out of the Uber and we're like on our phones frantic. And he sees that we kind of want to go to the game, but he sees that we don't have tickets. So he's like, oh, ladies, do you need a ticket? Do you need tickets tonight for the game? And I'm like, yeah, we do. Like, what's good? What are your, like, what do you have to offer me? And he's like, oh yeah, I have two tickets, first row. First row. And I'm like, first row? Like, okay, like, not even thinking at the time. I'm like, oh, first row, awesome. So he's like, I'll sell them to you for, I think he said $120 each. And I'm like, oh, that's a good deal. And my cousin's like, that's a good deal. We're like, we're just eating this up. Total West Coast girls. Like, not thinking, not like, oh, we're about to get scammed, or, oh, this is like illegitimate. And I was a little like nervous, but I know one of the workers was there, and the worker was like, no, his tickets are real. Like, I know him, don't worry. But also, I guess you're not allowed to like sell tickets outside of the events. Like, I don't know what the policy is, but I guess you're not allowed to sell tickets outside of the venue. So the workers were also like, get out of here, dude. Like, and so the guy was like, he's like, y'all gonna buy him, y'all need to buy him. Like, are you gonna buy him or not? Like, what's good? And so I'm like, what? And I'm like, so my cousin was about to just pay the $120, but I was like, nah, let me try and negotiate. So I negotiated him down to $100 each, and he made it seem like it was this big deal, like that he was giving them up for $100 each, but fine, he'll take it, but we need to hurry up if we want him, because the workers were like, get out of here, bro, get out. So like, literally everyone's screaming, right? The workers are like, get out of here, get out of here. He's like, what's good? Are you gonna pay us or not? Are you gonna pay me or not? Hurry up, decide. And so we didn't have the cash on us because we thought we were gonna buy the tickets online through like StubHub. So there's an ATM, so we go to the ATM, get the $100, and he's like, hurry up. I'm at the ATM trying to type in my PIN, like literally struggling. And I think my cousin, I just got all the money out of my account, and I'm like, just give me the money, like just Chase Quick pay me. He's like, hurry up. The workers are hurry. The place where the ATM was like super crowded, so many people. So like, we get the money, I hand him the $200, he hands me the tickets, and books it, like to the point where I couldn't even look at the tickets, and I'm just like, Lord, like, what did I just do? Like, I'm an idiot. You always hear about people getting scammed when they travel, especially in New York. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. So the guy takes our money, literally zooms up like quick, and I'm like, which, I mean, I guess the people were telling him to leave, but like, it just was, he wasn't like, you good, like blah blah blah. He didn't even give us a chance to look at the ticket. So I'm nervous as heck, like super nervous. So there's like a line to get in, so we get in line. So all while I'm in line, I'm like, dang, like we're about to go back to the hotel, we're not about to see LeBron, we just lost $200, like really in my feelings. So we get to the front of the line, our tickets scan, and we're in. Woo! So I'm like starting to relax a little bit. I'm like, oh, we're in, like dude was not a scammer, blah blah blah. So as like we're trying to find our seats, I look down at the ticket and I see our seats, and I'm like, so basically our seats were first row, but they were literally first row in the nosebleeds. So we were like row A1, we were like row A, seats like 1 and 2, all the way in the nosebleed section. I'm like, come on, like this guy really scammed us. He really played us. And on top of that, the ticket said $40 on it. So you know the ticket cost $40. I'm just like, wow. Like, wow. So I'm hurt. I'm like, are you kidding me? So if I can find the snaps, I will, because I have a little snap video. Me and my cousin ended up getting drinks and food, and we're just like, whatever, like, we're here, because it was very stressful, that whole situation. We're like, we're here, let's just sit down and enjoy the game. So we literally walk all the way up, like literally 20 years to walk up to our seats. We get there, we sit down, we're like, this sucks, but we're like, whatever. So the people next to us were being like so rude. So, and I mean, this is New Yorker, right? This is New York for you. So the people next to us were like, oh, how much did you pay for those tickets? And we're like, we really don't want to talk about it, lady. Like, we're just trying to move on. Like, we were thinking we were about to be front row. He said first row, you know, which is true, but we were not thinking, like, we're not trying to have this conversation. She was really pushing us. And so we told her we're like $100. And so she then goes to loudly tell her friend, like, oh my God, I can't believe that boy. Like, we have these season tickets. So I guess, like, the whole family had, like, 4 season tickets. 2 for, like, the aunt and her sister. So, like, the aunt and the mom. And then they had 2 additional tickets that they gave to the boy. And he's like, I can't believe he played them 100 each. Like, he's really out here. I cannot believe this. I would not have taken that. And we're like, so you gonna get our money back? Like, are you gonna give us homeboy's number? Like, what? And like, me and my cousin are just literally in disbelief. We're like, this lady is crazy. Like, she literally was loud, like, wow, like, he's really out here scamming people. Like, dang, I feel bad for them. And we're just like, we're trying to enjoy the game. We're trying to see the little dot LeBron on the court that we can barely see. So mind your business, lady. So honestly, like, we were, not only was the energy bad in those seats, but like, we couldn't see, and that's not like what we came to New York for. And I mean, if we wanted to do that, we could have paid $40 for nosebleeds like anyone else, you know? So, halftime hit. And we had noticed that there were like seats like really close to the front that were just open. And they had been open like since we had got there. And we're like, maybe we should move. And so we ended up moving from the nosebleed seats all the way down to the front. And we were literally so close. I could touch LeBron. Like, I could see LeBron. I could see Kyrie. I was like, yes, this is everything I've wanted. And it was so amazing. It was so cool. The seats were bigger. They were like way more comfortable. It was awesome. But I was like so nervous. Like, I was so nervous that somebody was going to come up to us and be like, these are our seats. Can you move? Blah, blah, blah. I was so nervous. So someone had taken a picture of us, and I'll insert it here. And you can see me in the picture. I'm like so nervous in the freaking picture. Like, I'm so freaking nervous. So we had a good time, and we actually decided, like, everything happens for a reason, because had we first purchased the tickets on StubHub, the seats would not have been as good as the seats that we moved to. And like, if we purchased the tickets on StubHub, we may not have felt the need to move, and we would have been in like awkward seats. So it ended up working out. We ended up moving down and having really decent seats. So I'll definitely post like the photos and stuff of that experience. But yeah, we got scammed in New York. I mean, I know there are worse scams and there's worse things going on, but it definitely was a funny and crazy experience. Gotta love New York, gotta love LeBron and the Cavs and Brooklyn. And it was actually really funny. Like, everyone that was like a Brooklyn citizen or like a New York, I'm like a Brooklyn citizen, everyone from New York was rooting for LeBron. Like, it was really awkward. I'm like, y'all don't want to root for your home team? Like, come on, have some team spirit. Like, they would be like, go Nets, go, go Nets, go, and it would be silent. But then as soon as like, go Cavs, go Cavs, go, people were crazy. So yeah, that was the time that I got scammed in New York. Definitely taught me to not believe everything I hear on the street, and definitely check stuff out before I just hand over money. But alright, everyone, take care. Thank you so much for watching my video, and subscribe if you want to hear more travel related videos. Hey NYC!